Hey everybody, it's good to see you. Here we are, both here together, me and my mate. We are here to tell you about this exciting thing, really, really exciting thing that Pastor Zanstra's leading and getting off the ground and coordinating, and you're going to like it.
Absolutely, because who doesn't like food?
Because who doesn't like food, yes.
Right.
Yes, so tell us about, what do you got going on? What do you got
So,
going on?
So, some of you might have heard Trinity used to have a meal team ministry, and that was one of the many things that COVID had kind of put a stop to. So this is a ministry that folks have been around Trinity for a minute. They remember and they know. So it's not recreating the wheel, but it's also just giving it a new, updated, perhaps the next version of meal ministry for at Trinity. So we have some show and tell things happening.
So when you say meal team ministry, what do you mean?
Okay.
What is that?
So meal team ministry is one of the ministries that falls under kind of the pastoral care of the congregation and community. So meal team is one of those opportunities, deaconesses, Eucharistic ministers, gratitude team. So today we're just talking about this particular vein of pastoral care ministry. Meal team is for folks who like to cook and or folks who don't like to cook but like to drive cooked meals to somebody.
To their friends.
To their friends. I guess we could go on a tangent there.
Who is a friend? No.
Who's our neighbor? That's an even better question.
There's a little Bible story about that.
So one thing I've appreciated in your current book study that you're doing on Bonhoeffer's The Cost of Discipleship is you've spent the last couple weeks talking about that church gets to be a place where we experiment, where we learn skills with each other in a safer environment so that we can take those skills into the larger, broken, beautiful world. And this ministry actually lends itself beautifully to that. So for example, when Pastor Erda said, you can take a meal to your friend who is sick. Yes, a lot of people think about meal ministry. I'm going to take this delicious turkey and rice soup to the person who sits next to me in the pew who's sick. Yes, you should do that. And
because I know they've been sick.
Because they've been sick, right? Yeah. And just so everybody knows, on all of the meals that are prepared here at church, if you can see, we're going to have the name of what the thing is and then all the ingredients, because we know that it's lots of people have lots of needs and stuff, so they can double check. So you can see in this turkey and rice soup, and these are the things that are currently in the church freezer. They'll change. This is a chicken and wild rice. So some of them are made specifically to be gluten-free. If you ever have any special requests, if you know for certain that we might need to keep a couple dairy-free or other things, please let me know and we can talk to our excellent chefs. And there's also the instructions on how to reheat said things. And they're pasted on every single one, including how to reheat the biscuits, right? We try to keep it very, very simple.
Now, if I take this to my friend, am I reheating that?
And if they invite you in to eat, that's one thing.
Okay.
But generally, this is meant to give, to leave.
Good.
To leave.
Okay.
For when it's most useful to them. Because you can think about the reasons that people might be benefiting from a meal. Something in their life is above average chaotic. So they might have someone might have already dropped off a meal for that day, but it's going to come in handy tomorrow. So they can just pop it in their freezer. And
or leave it out.
And that's the second piece of kind of how the meal team is expanded this year. On the freezer in the church kitchen, you will find this sign-out sheet. And one thing that I appreciated when we were chatting about this is meal ministry is a chance for us to practice thinking larger about how our ministry impacts our community in the larger world. So what we've added is this pretty big category of all the reasons somebody might benefit from a meal. The first one is physical health issues. You might think somebody is getting over a cold, someone's getting over COVID, somebody's coming home from the hospital, but then we have about 10 other reasons. And I think it's helpful to help people imagine all the circumstances that tangible love from a church would be helpful. So we're asking that should you sign out meals, and anybody, any Trinity person can sign out. You don't need to come find Pastor Erdis or myself. Come in, go to the kitchen, take what you need. We ask that you put the date, your name, the number of meals you're taking, just so we know how often we need to replenish. And if you'd be so kind as to circle the reason. Maybe someone's going through a mental health crisis. They get a casserole. Maybe someone's going through a life transition. They get soup, right? And there's also an other category. If none of these quite fit what you're looking for, you can fill it in.
So, yes, so that's a really great thing that you've done. And to encourage us to think broader about, it's not just about people who've come home from hospital, which is important, which is very important, or somebody who has had somebody who in their family who died or had a baby. But blessedly, none of those things happen on a weekly basis here.
Right.
Generally speaking.
Right.
But then you have a whole bunch of things in here that...
I know a meal that's going to go out today. So one of the categories we added was caregiver. So if someone is a caregiver, either for a younger person or an older person, that is a 24/7 sort of.
For sure.
And if one less meal has to be thought about, prepared, and this person's really excited that they don't have to make dinner tonight, and that the church would have resources for them while they're caring for their aging parent in their home.
I did some work with some people one time who were very focused on mental health ministry. And one of their mottos was, they called it the no casserole illness. To have mental health things, we don't usually think about taking if you just come home from hospital, somebody brings you a casserole. Or if you have a friend who died, somebody brings a casserole. But if you're really struggling with things in your life, we don't always think to care for one another in a tangible sort of, here, we're thinking about you, this kind of thing. So you're saying I could take that, the no casserole illness really is a casserole.
It is. At Trinity, we are working hard to make it the casserole.
Yes.
And to that end, we're going to have note cards that are going to be in a little holder attached to the freezer in the kitchen, a magnetic holder. Because sometimes people have asked, well, I don't know what to say. Like, here's the casserole. Yeah. So on our lovely Trinity note card, on the inside, it says, we pray this meal nourishes you in body and spirit. You are held in God's love and in our prayers, the Trinity Care Team. You can leave it as simple as this. If you want to write something, that's fine. But we made it so that it's fine as is. Maybe your friend or loved one is sleeping when you drop something off. That way they know where it's from. Food just didn't appear on a doorstep. And then the last show and tells. On that magic freezer in the kitchen, there will always be little signs to let you know kind of what the meals of the month are, if that makes sense. We'll try to always have a soup. Try to always have at least one soup and then one sort of casserole. So you can check those things out along with dessert. One of these is desserts. Yes. I know the young people and even a 4-year-old help make the current chocolate chip cookies. So they are definitely made with love. So you'll always know what is on the menu.
Nice.
Per se.
So if I want to take one of these to one of my friends, do I take one of all 4 of these things? You
can take whatever you want.
Nice.
So the casseroles are made, if you can see this.
Is that for like one person, 2 people?
One could argue it depends on somebody's appetite, per se. I've had some people say, yep, that would feed me. I've had other people say, that will feed me for 2 nights. I've had, know.
So you use your judgment.
Yes. You know your friend. You know maybe your friend's family. If you need 4, take 4. If you need 1, right? Or take whatever you need. And like any newer ministry, we're going to live into it. It might be some trial by error. But as long as food is getting to people who need both food and love, it's a success. If you have any questions, comments, if you want to be part of the cooking team, again, right now, we're going to cook as often as we need to, so we don't have set dates, but we will be always putting in the church announcements, on the website, on the calendar, when those cooking dates are happening. If you'd like to be on the list that gets emailed, like, hey, we're going to cook November 4th, please email me. We'll get you on that list. If you'd like to be one of the people that deliver, someone asked me like, hey, I'll deliver, but I really only know my section of town. Can I just, yes, you can just take a section, a zip code, whatever's comfortable for you.
Nice.
We have Trinity people with
All over the place.
all over the place. So that is perfectly fine if we even have 10 people that just take little corners.
Sure.
That would
Excellent.
be fantastic.
And to be clear, so I don't, to do this, I don't have to call anybody?
To come get the food?
Yeah.
No. You just need to
Sure.
come during business hours
Mm-hmm.
or on Sunday. Sunday's a great day.
How about that?
Right? You're here, just grab something on the freezer on your way out, bring it to your friend or church friend.
So I just come in and I put my date down, I put my name down, and I put down how many. That's all I gotta do. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. You don't even have to talk to us. Well, we'd like it if you talk to us, but nice. Wow, what a great thing. What a great thing. What a great just thing to put together and way to help each of us extend our own personal lives, our own personal ministry, and the ministry for our church in so many different kind of ways. And I think I heard you say, if you perceive that there is a reason somebody might want to, write it down so that we can kind of add it to the list of.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure you're going to make reports then how many,
Yes.
what they went out for, how people engaged in it, and giving us suggestions. They're like, I got to read. For encouragement.
Sure, if someone's going through a tough time.
Yeah.
Right, because meals are never just meals.
Right. There's a
They're
little
not-
Bible story about that, There is a little Bible story. Actually, it's a big Bible
It's a
story.
big Bible story. But they are tangible signs of both God's love and another human who brought it to you,
Yeah.
their love.
What a great thing.
Yeah.
Thanks for making this possible for us, for all of us to be able to do something nice and making it easy for us to be good people. So thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks to
Absolutely.
all of those who are part of that. And if you would like to be involved in the cooking or in some of the planning, talk to Pastor Zanstra. Come and see her on Sundays. Drop her a note. If you have ideas for menus or whatever, come and join the team and spread Trinity meals all over the crazy city.
That sounds like a great
What a
plan.
great idea. What a great thing to do. Friends and family and members all over the place. What a great thing that you've helped make possible. Thanks a lot. And thank you for being part of the work that we do here. We'll see you soon.